Breaking news, everybody. Trayvon Diggs is staying in Dallas. Just got the news on my phone from NFL.com that Trayvon Diggs has signed a 5-year, $97 million extension with the Dallas Cowboys. And one word we can now use to describe Trayvon Diggs is rich. Uh, okay, just had to play it back, make sure that you guys could hear me. But let me pull up the article right now. I'm not using my regular streaming software. I'm just going straight through YouTube, so I can't pull up the article on the screen, but I will read it to you guys. It's from NFL.com. The Cowboys have agreed to terms with cornerback Trayvon Diggs on a 5-year, $97 million extension that can become up to $104 million in incentives. Trayvon Diggs, a two-time Pro Bowler and a one-time All-Pro, has tallied 17 interceptions and 2 scores in 3 years with the Cowboys. And I know the year he had 11 interceptions, he gave up 1,000 yards. But last year, Trayvon Diggs did not get burned at all. He was really solid. Like, I'm trying to think if I can't think of anything that like sticks out in my head of him getting burned. Like the biggest example I can think of from the year he had 11 interceptions was that game against New England where he gave up the big touchdown to tie the game after getting the interception to take the lead. But I guess y'all can see my GTA 5 right there on the screen. But Trayvon Diggs, man, I think he's a great corner. I I really am excited to see how the Cowboys secondary is going to be this year with Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs. And then you got Deron Bland, and you got that ferocious rush, which is going to create even more opportunities for them to get picks. Because if the quarterback's under pressure and makes a mistake throwing the ball, then that's going to make it easier for those guys to intercept it. So it looks like Diggs is going to stay with the Cowboys for 5 more years. How old is he now? He is 24. So hell, he won't even be in his 30s by the time this contract is done. Dude, he could cash in on another big contract if he keeps playing the way he is, and if he ends up establishing himself as like a Hall of Fame corner. Then Trayvon Diggs could easily make over $200 million in his career. And that's insane. Now, for the Dallas Cowboys, I imagine that this is going to be a team friendly deal where they're going to be able to restructure it a few times and, free up cap space, because that's just kind of how Jerry Jones does it. He'll sign you to a big extension, but you're going to restructure it a few times to create cap space. And I imagine that's what's going to happen with Diggs, where he signs it and then it's going to get converted to a roster bonus or a salary bonus, because the Cowboys, they still need to get CeeDee Lamb signed to an extension. And then in 2 years, no, after the end of next season, it'll be time for Micah Parsons to get a contract extension. And Micah's probably going to get at least $100 million. And then Dak Prescott's contract is up in like 2 years, I think. And a quarterback now commands about 250 million, especially if Dak ends up getting them far into the playoffs. He's going to demand the house from Jerry Jones again. This is from Todd Archer, the Cowboys beat reporter, that the only new detail in this is that it includes a $21.5 million signing bonus. So Trayvon Diggs is very rich. He is now the 5th highest paid corner, which is actually shocking that all these corners are making so much money now, just because it's such a highly scrutinized position that I didn't think people would be willing to give corners so much money. But he is 5th behind Marshawn Lattimore and Jair Alexander. They both make $21 million. Denzel Ward, $20.1 million. And then Jalen Ramsey at 20, and then Marlon Humphrey at 19.5 million. Trayvon Diggs is right behind Humphrey at 19.4. So On a day where a lot of depressing sports news. Well, there's only been like one big sports story today that's broke, and that was the news about Bronny James, LeBron James's son, um, going into cardiac arrest, and that was an insane story. And yeah, dude, I was just thinking like I was gonna make a video on it, and then I'm like, I don't want to talk about depressing stuff. So I'm gonna say his prayers up to Bronny James. It's shocking that a 18-year-old super athlete has something like that happen to him where he goes into cardiac arrest playing basketball. It's not like with DeMar Hamlin where, he got hit in the chest at the wrong time. This is something where I'm wondering if there's something genetic now. So I'm glad I can come on here and at least talk about the Cowboys. Trying to just double check, make sure if there's any late breaking news from Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport. Actually, when it comes to this stuff now, I trust Rappaport way more than Adam Schefter. But it doesn't look like any late breaking news. Me and Drew actually are going to talk about the NFL tomorrow on the Trainwreck podcast. That's going to be coming out at 11 Central Time. We did our preview for the entire NFL divisions, predicted who's going to win each division, who's going to finish in what place, and all that. And I go in very detail about the Cowboys, because I am a Cowboys fan. So I go into great detail about how I believe that they're going to fare this season. And one of the dudes I said I think is going to have a good season is Trevon Diggs, especially having Stephon Gilmore on the other side, and then Deron Bland. He was a rookie last year, but he was a stud rookie. And so that'll be out tomorrow if anybody wants to check out the Trainwreck podcast. Trevon Diggs, congratulations, man. I think you're a beast. I am a Trevon Diggs defender because I know everyone was giving him crap like, hey, he gave up over 1,000 yards. Yeah, but you don't get 11 interceptions by accident. I think Trevon Diggs is a very good corner, and I think he backed that up last year. So that's the video. If there's any like late breaking news or any other details, I will put it in the comments section. And thank you to anyone that makes it in this video. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Trying to get to 400 subscribers by December. We're at 330 right now. So if anyone wants to subscribe, football season's around the corner. There's going to be Cowboys rants, Cowboys videos, and all that. Heck, Drew brought up all the Cowboys misfits whenever we were recording last night, and it made me want to go and do a mental breakdown. So you guys can look forward to that tomorrow. But that's the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time.